What's up, y'all? This is your man June Archer here, the Winner Circle on thisis50.com. My guest today, you've seen him on television a couple times, but more recently, Power Book 2 Ghost. And I can tell you this, the dude, he looked like he could ball in the show, but the dude is super tall in person. This is, ladies, pay attention. If you happen to be single, you might have a shot. Just holler at me. I'll try to connect you. Brother Bellomy, welcome to the show, man.
Thanks,
pleasure to have you.
Thanks for having me, for sure.
I have seen you, another one of my favorite shows, Suits.
Oh,
you
yeah.
Did a quick joint on that.
Yeah, that was right before I started with Power Book 2. Yeah.
And that was a nice little springboard. And now that you're part of the Power universe, and I don't want to say people didn't really know your name back then, but you were coming up, you're doing what people don't realize. Sometimes it takes 10 to 15 years to become an overnight success. Now that you're in the Power universe, how does that feel?
It feels amazing. I mean, it's a dream come true. You know, I feel like it's a combination of all the things I've been working on thus far in my journey, and being able to put them all together and apply it in Power Book 2. It's been a dream come true. It's been really awesome.
How much work did it take for you to really study your character, who was a ball player going to school in the midst of, you know his aunt who plays Mary J. Blige,
yeah.
trying to be that meal ticket out, that golden ticket out of the hood. I mean, they're not looking like they're living in the hood, but
right.
The family, you have the family on your shoulders.
Yeah.
Because they're looking to, we're cool with this, but if we could get this, we could really make some magic happen. How was that trick? Like, how did you study for that part? Do you play ball, for those who don't know? What is it that you had to do to prepare for this role?
Thank you for answering that question. So basketball was already. Of course, I played when I was younger, but I took a different route with the arts, entertainment. But basketball was already coming into my life with I was working at this basketball club while I was doing Broadway the year before I got Power. But then once I got Power, it was like I gotta start practicing for real. If I'm gonna be on the stage like this, I gotta start taking this. I gotta start acting like I'm about to go to the league.
Right. When they look at you, they're like, that wasn't really a crossover. That looked crazy.
So I just started training with private coaches.
Dope.
I started practicing, getting up in the morning. I gotta go practice. I gotta go to basketball practice every day because it was giving me so much, just the opportunity to practice, to play basketball, to embrace the sport. And so I've just been embracing it. I made me a little basketball reel.
No, I see. It's on IG, so you can see. I don't know if he's faking it, but
I didn't get a chance to make a basketball reel when I was younger. I was like, well, this is my chance. I'm gonna make a basketball reel. I've just been having fun with it. It's been so much fun. Just playing, just embracing the craft, just embracing it all. It's been really cool.
Have you found doing that, playing basketball, getting in shape, has it helped with what you're doing in terms of just getting, not just getting ready for the role, but as a person, getting fit, mentally prepared for what you're doing? Because there's some kind of opportunity there to kind of say, you know what, this is kind of like ball. You got to get ready, you got to get prepared, you got to put the work in. How's it prepared you as an actor just to work out in the gym?
It's just, it was everything for me, really. Just being able to, Zeke, he's a basketball player. That's primarily what he does. So being able to just, fall into that movement, fall into just, trying to create this player, because he's not LeBron James, he's not, all these incredible superstars that we know. He's his own person. So I use the practices to sort of, find my own player. And it was pretty fun. It's been pretty fun so far.
Now Zeke has a big family on Power Book 2 Ghost. But now Daniel Bellomy also has a pretty big family who's very supportive of what you're doing.
That's right. Yeah.
How has this been for your family to kind of be there? Because you'll find times that families are like, I don't know if you should do the acting thing, you shouldn't do the music thing, you should have a backup plan, a plan B. How supportive has your family been throughout this whole process?
They've been so supportive. They love it. They're so happy. They love Power. They're Power fans. They got the T-shirts and everything. It's just been a beautiful moment. Like, you know, like stories like these, they bring all kinds of family together, and you know, we're able to sit around the television, sit around the stories, and remember, you know, like, oh, that remind me. So
Right.
it's been a really nice thing just to see people coming together. You know.
That's dope.
Yeah, it's been special.
So, let me ask you this then. Do you feel like how did you get into it? Is there anyone who is creatively in that space in terms of music and entertainment in your family that you kind of saw it growing up that you're like, yo, I want to try this out?
No, it's just me.
you.
Yeah. Just singing in the church choir. You know, actually, Patina Miller, who's playing.
Patina.
She was the reason why I went to the school I went to, Carnegie Mellon University, sing and YouTube videos, and you know, her time at Carnegie Mellon, how amazing she was. I was like, dang, if I can go in that direction and be that amazing one day, like, I want to do that.
That's
like,
dope.
And so yeah.
So let's talk about Carnegie Mellon, because I want to talk about Daniel Lee, the artist.
Okay.
Because a lot of people don't understand, unless they really dig and pull the layers back, peel back the onion. This gentleman, this young man here is super talented as a recording artist. If you haven't heard anything that he's done, please do yourself a favor and check it out. How did you get to the moniker Daniel Lee?
Oh, that's deep. So it's really deep, but it started in 2016. On my birthday, I was turning 26. You know, and was I turning 26? Yeah, I was turning 26, and December 27th, and I got this. I don't want to sound radical, but I got this prophecy. Like, he was like, you know, like,
no, listen, walk in your dopeness.
Yeah,
we not.
I got this prophecy. My brother that took me to his classmate. He's an organ player. He had an organ in his room, in his living room. You know, we was jamming on the organ and stuff. He was, giving all these testimonies of miracles and different stuff of what was happening, how his life was changed, all these different things. And he was like, man, you need to use your voice. You need to use your gift. You're supposed to be doing that. And so, you know, I was like, I got back to New York because I was in Detroit. I got back to New York, and all of a sudden I started getting these like musical auditions. I was like, okay, this is kind of uncanny that I just had that. And so I just started following that summer. I did this opportunity at Harvard at this at the American Repertory Theater. It's called, and they were doing a show called The Black Clown. It was an opera, and I worked that opportunity, kept seeing where this thing was leading me. Then right that fall, I did Choir Boy on Broadway with Terrell Ivan McCraney. It was his show, the Oscar Award winning. And then I came into Power, and I was like, it's go time. I need to do it now or never, you know. And so I just been working, you know, putting all my pieces together and going on my journey. It's been really beautiful.
That's so beautiful. And one of the things that I really pride the producers of Power on is it seems as though there are a lot of artists, or actors I should say, who have musical talent. I think it's amazing when you look at the plethora of artists that are in that whole universe. Some of them rap, some of them sing. Like, it's amazing. They're writers. So I think it's super dope.
Yeah.
Last season, Professor and Zeke, very steamy. Professor played by the beautiful, amazing Melanie Liebert.
Yes.
Without giving it away, man, first of all, how was it in those steamy situations with Professor? Because it got a little touchy feely. It's
honestly like it's a really sensitive place to as actors to be in when we have to do those intimacy scenes, because
people don't get that. Even as a dude, you're like, but people are watching. I don't know if I can really.
Well, it's just like, it's the safety. I think Power is really good about the intimacy, coordination, and all that stuff, because those situations can get pretty crazy really fast. You know what I'm saying? So it was pretty. We were pretty safe. And it was just, I think for both of us, I can only speak for myself, but I think it was just really an awesome experience being able to, experience that with each other.
Because it's choreographed to a certain part, but I think there's an art to it, right? That people, if you get your mind out of the gutter and you look at it from an artistic standpoint, it could be very beautiful.
Yeah, because I think it's the sex, the touching, the feeling, getting into that, but it's also like it's trying to, as an actor or as an artist, you're trying to get beneath all that, like why is this character going after this person in this way, and aiming to relax yourself to get there, but it was, and I was really thinking about that, like why is he going after Carrie like this,
right.
Like but he needs, my approach was that he obviously he needs some good love,
right.
but
he is a ball player,
but artistically, because he's putting a lot at stake,
right,
what I'm saying.
So there's plenty of pressure.
But
the scouts need to see me.
Yeah.
But in order for me to get my head right, I want to do.
To me, the pressure was because he doesn't really have a lot of outlets.
Right.
His family is kind of suppressing and hiding so many things from him, not really giving him a lot of information, and he's not in the business. He's kind of isolated. He's a man on an island, outsider, and so Carrie comes to him and she's like, I see you, I hear you. You make a lot of sense,
that's important for a young man who's trying to come up.
So he's feeling seen.
To be seen,
so,
right?
He's actually like getting real feelings. He's in love. He's thinking this can be like, this.
As soon as I get drafted, we can get the big house.
He's like, I want to introduce you to my auntie Monet. Right? That's so. So that's the deeper reason. I think that those scenes really I feel like have that appeal.
No, listen. I don't know where you guys are going with it. I think it's going to be interesting for us to learn exactly how that relationship develops. But for you, how do you, like I said, without giving anything away, what do you want to see Zeke become over the next season?
Oh.
His eye is on the prize in terms of he wants to be seen by these scouts. He's trying to do his best. He's trying to figure out how to flip-flop because he just watched his cousin get in a situation.
I can't say too much, but I think that what I would like to see Zeke, I'll just say what I would like to see Zeke. I would like for him to find his own voice. Because he don't got it. He's trying to find his voice in Carrie. His Monet is sort of his, he doesn't really have his own voice just of yet right now. I think it's season 1. So that's what I would like. I would like to see, Zeke is kind of like, he's taking responsibility.
Right. He's coming into his own.
Yeah.
I like that. What motivates you?
What motivates me? What motivates me, just thinking about my, younger self, and fighting for that, for those dreams that I have, for those ideas, for those aspirations, and, showing, my younger self that, I could do anything. You can be anything. You have a right to, to the life that you want, So
coming up as a young man, we're in the times now where we're battling with diversity and inclusion. We're battling with Black Lives Matter. We're battling with young black and brown men being hurt by bad cops. And I want to say that because all cops are not bad. For you, how important is it to be the role? And it may feel heavy, right? Follow me. Some people are gonna put you in that role model platform.
Okay.
But how important is it for you to be the best version of yourself as a man of color for young men who are of color looking to do what you're doing, or just trying to say, man, I see myself in Zeke, or I see myself in Daniel. Mm-hmm. How important is it for you to do your best job as a human being and as an actor today?
For me, it's everything. And I think that, you know, by making myself, you know, for making my younger self proud, taking care of that, you know, I'm able to do that, you know, to shine that light for others, you know, not just myself, but so it's really important. I think that, you know, being an example, leading by example, is something that I really strive to be. But, you know, you can't please everybody.
No.
You know, so
that's when you fail.
Yeah, you know,
you fail miserably when you try to do
so I just, you know, I just try to focus on my, you know, that younger me, you know, making sure that he's cool.
If you could say or give a piece of advice to anyone who's going through something right now, who's looking for the light at the end of the tunnel, they've been going through COVID, they've lost people, whether because of COVID or any other reason, what is the best piece of advice that you've been given that you could share with somebody that they can say, you know what, I'm gonna wake up tomorrow and I'm gonna put my best foot forward?
I would say one of the things I've been thinking about is just like, you know, even with what Zeke's going through, and I can't say too much, but it don't really interrupt anything. But, you know, just hold it. You know, sometimes you just gotta hold yourself. You know, you gotta hold yourself. Just like even in this COVID-19, everybody's been quarantined and all that different stuff. You know, even you know, it's not you being able to hold yourself, being able to, you know, not have to be able, yeah, that's what I say. Hold yourself, you know, hold yourself. I'm trying to go more into detail of that. Just give me a second. Yeah, like even like, you know, if you you know, on your hustle, you know what I'm saying, like like being an entrepreneur and a creative, an actor, you know, like nobody's going to make it happen for you. Nobody's going to make sure you see it to the end. Like you got to hold that idea, you got to hold yourself all the way, make sure it happened, you know, because, you know, at the end of the day, you know, it's you, you know. So I think that's my biggest piece, you know, just hold yourself. That's what I'm practicing.
I love that, yeah. Man. Music is the soundtrack to our lives.
Yeah.
What song best represents your journey up to this point, or what artist best represents who Daniel Bellomy is right now along this journey? Because obviously it will change, but what song best represents your journey, or which artist do you say, you know what, I'm gonna put this on and I'm gonna rock out, and I'm gonna get focused, I'm gonna go get the bag after I listen to this one song or this artist?
It's gonna be cliche, because I'm on the show with her. But it's true though. It's true. You know, it's true. I listen to Mary J. Blige's I Have the Vinyl. What's the 411?
Classic.
During you know, I would listen, just put it on like every morning really, and just, you know, just like, wow, like I am working with a legend, you know, who I have really great respect for, you know, and you know, if I don't go another step further, this experience is amazing. You know? Yeah.
I love it. You heard it here. This is Daniel Bellomy, aka Daniel Lee. New music is out. Listen, he said sometimes you just gotta hold yourself, and in those moments, pretty much what I gathered is you just have to just bask in those moments and just appreciate it for what it is, man, and put the work in. And when you put the work in, you're gonna see the results. Zeke, coming to you Sundays. The Power Universe. Power Book 2 Ghost is coming November.
It's gonna be crazy.
DB.
Thank you.
I love you, brother. Keep doing what you're doing.
You too. Thank
this is June Archer, the Winner Circle here. This is 50.com. Listen, tell somebody you love them. It may be the last opportunity that you have to do so. Love y'all. Write something, shout it out, share it with somebody, but just make sure you love on somebody. Peace.